irresistible. Hellman's at its best.
Standing here in front of the bell tower, which is one of the landmarks on the University of North Carolina campus. As we travel around the country, we're going to be introducing you to amazing families in each state. And today we're going to introduce you to the family of the man they call the Pit Stop Preacher. He is the Reverend Dale Beaver, and he holds the title of Chaplain for the Winston Cup NASCAR circuit. He is a fellow who travels around with the drivers, ministering to their needs. If you see him down on the track holding a grease rag, well, he's actually a man of a different kind of cloth. It is a world that is high speed, high stress, and high stakes. It is the surprisingly self-contained world of NASCAR, the world of drivers, mechanics, car owners, traveling city to city, week after week, together.
All these guys in this sport are real seekers. They live on adrenaline highs pretty regularly.
Dale Beaver heads the family that holds it together. He isn't a pit boss or a mechanic. He's not particularly a NASCAR fan. He's a preacher who travels the NASCAR circuit with his family, wife ANDREE and boys Adam and Andrew. He started preaching in the town of Dixon, Kentucky.
She said she'd follow me off a cliff, and when we went to Kentucky, she thought she had followed me off a cliff, and then we went to NASCAR. She really felt like she knew she'd followed me off a cliff.
For the past 3 years, Dale and his family have traveled the NASCAR circuit, at each stop setting up a mobile community center out of an 18-wheeler. It's a safe haven for the drivers, providing daycare, Bible study, and providing respite when things go wrong, as they did with the death of Dale Earnhardt. They help the drivers cope, like Jeff Gordon, now going through a very public divorce.
Sometimes we get so caught up in our little world of racing, man, everything relies on winning and losing. Everything relies on how fast that car is, and you can spend just a few minutes with Dale and say, oh, wait a minute, okay, there's a much bigger picture here. There are other things out there in life.
It's not easy on Dale's family. There's homeschooling and homesickness. When you're on the road 3 weeks a month, 10 months a year, that means packing up the toys, sneakers, food, even the kids' gerbils.
Control chaos is what getting on the road is like, and we are on the road a lot. Each road trip of 3, 4, 5 weeks, we're faced with a new challenge, and we're doing it as a family. And then the rewards are we are closer as a family.
How's the job service going?
A typical day, it starts early. Under a 95-degree sun, Dale notifies folks of his chapel service. He meets with the drivers, coaxes them in, and holds a service for almost 200 people. There are spiritual needs for the day ahead.
We compete.
It's back to being dad at lunch, fixing Adam's bike, all before noon. The afternoon brings the week's race, where Dale takes up position in pit row, praying with drivers before the race.
It is cool because it's a real glamorous sport right now, and yeah, you're walking down the grid. There's hundreds of thousands of people looking at what's going on. You feel the energy.
He's often the last hand to touch the drivers before they touch 200 miles an hour on the track.
It's just that touch point moment, I think, to where they get grounded in the eternal things of what they're doing.
ANDREE takes care of the NASCAR kids while the race is on, offering prayers for their daddies, songs for their spirit, activities for their minds, all the time keeping an ear open for their father's cars. She wants to hear those cars running.
I'm just more aware than any other time during the race of the noise and the fact that I want to hear it, because when it does stop, something has happened.
A danger even felt by the children. There is an element of faith necessary that their dads will be okay. It is the faith fostered by Dale Beaver and his family, the itinerant preacher traveling in the fast lane. And I am here with the Reverend Dale Beaver and his wife ANDREE, and I said to somebody we were going to do this story, and they said, well, NASCAR in North Carolina is a religion in and of itself.
Since we've been here. I did not know much of the sport when we started, but it's huge.
Dale, the drivers, they seem so supremely confident, but are they that way when you're talking to them about spiritual needs?
Yeah, they still want to learn because these guys are so focused on what they do. They haven't had a lot of grounding like maybe somebody else would in this community who would be able to grow up in church or Sunday school. And so they're learning, taking baby steps. When somebody asks you for the book of Philippians, normally they'll go out to Barnes & Noble and try to find it and we'll know who the author is. So, yeah, it's real fresh and it's a lot of fun.
It's a pleasure to meet both of you. All the best to both of you. Thank you. We'll be back.
Good Morning America's Amazing Families is brought to you by Kmart. Kmart, the stuff of life.